of different exercises. We're going to learn how to use different equipments, how to execute properly the exercises, and a lot more. We're going to talk about a few tips on how to lose fat, on a few tips on how to build muscles, how to lose fat, how to gain strength, how to do proper exercises properly. So for today's videos, we're starting off with a very technical exercises, which is the deadlift. The reason as why I'm starting with the deadlift is because deadlift is the most technical exercises most technical exercise in the gym, and yet it's many people do it wrong. That's why I would like to start with the deadlift. So we're gonna learn everything about all you need to know about the deadlift, how you can do a deadlift really proper, how you can, what benefits you get about deadlift. So it's all about deadlift today. We're gonna start by learning how to do the movement itself. The movement itself is called the hip hinge. This is where the deadlift comes in from. That's why we're going to learn how you get your back straight, how you adjust your hip, how you warm up before you do a deadlift, how you can improve, become better on the deadlift. So it's going to be a lot more. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. So today's video is all about deadlift. Then afterwards we'll be talking about other contents and so on and so forth. All is called the hip hinge. The hip hinge is a very important part of the deadlift. Without the hip hinge, you cannot do a deadlift. Without the hip hinge, your form is not correct. So when you learn how to do a proper hip hinge, then you got your deadlift on your fingertips. So what you're gonna learn? We're gonna learn how you can practice and get better on the hip hinge. So the hip hinge, we're gonna use my friend right here. This stick right here is gonna help us to do the hip hinge. So you also need this stick right there, wherever you are, whether you're in the gym or back home. Try and practice doing the hip hinge. Once you master how to do a hip hinge, trust me, you got your deadlift there. All you have to know now, start to practice slowly. So with the hip hinge, all you gotta do is gonna help you to learn how to do a proper back alignment. So it's gonna hold your stick right here like this. You get it right here. So you have it right here on your back. So you have 3 points. You have 3 points. You have the head, you have the back, and the lower part, the upper part of your glute. There is a bone right there, right in the middle of your glute, on top of your glute there. So that stick, you stick it right there down, right on top of your back and your head. So this point. So next thing you're gonna do, you're gonna push your hip backwards, like this kind of thing. Like you bend it slowly, pushing your hip backwards. You push this hip. So when you get that stick back there, you're gonna push your hip slightly backwards, and you're gonna be in this kind of form. But remember, the stick has to be touching those 3 points that I talked about. Point 1 is the head, the back of your head, and point 2 is the top of your back, which is where the ramp, in the middle, where in the midpoint where the rhomboid and the trapezius, that point where it splits those two, and then on the bone that starts where your glute starts off. So when you push it, then the next thing, when you get those 3 points, always you keep that stick pointing on those 3 points that I've talked about. And then the next thing that you're gonna do, you're gonna have to push your hip backwards. You push this hip backwards while engaging your torso, which is the chest. That area, you engage it like a baboon, nice and strong. You have those animals called baboons. So they always stand broad, like chest engaged properly, and then you're gonna push your hip backwards. You're pushing your hip backwards while having your stick, while having this stick right here. You're having that stick on point A, B, and C. So this is A right here, A, B, and C. So those 3 points that you have, and then you're gonna push your hip backwards while keeping your chest up in this kind of form. You get my point? So ensure, when you're in this point, you ensure that the stick is on those 3 points that I've talked about, which is point A, B, and C. If you've been following well, you know what I'm talking about. Keep that position, but remember, do not push your knees inside. You keep that point, this point here, down here, it's flat. It stays flat, but this point is, the hip is pushed slightly backwards, and this stays straight while your chest is engaged. And then you're gonna be in this kind of position right here. So right here, this is the hip hinge position where you are. So you get it. So you have those three points I'm talking about, and you're in this position in the hip hinge. Then you come right back up. That's the hip hinge. You go right back up, push back, right back up. So that's you learning how to do a hip hinge. You're gonna be practicing this a couple of times until you get comfortable. Until you get comfortable of doing it. When you get comfortable, you get in this position. So you start imitating as though you have the weight. Right back up, you squeeze your glutes straight up while keeping your chest up. Again. So when you're advancing from the stick to without the stick. Well, assume that you have the weight here, right back up. So you're learning how to do a hip drive. So when you come right from here, this is the hip drive, straight up. And this position is the hip hinge. This after movement is the hip drive. This is where also the kettlebell swings come in and so on and so forth. That we're gonna learn on them as we guys continue subscribing and continue following me as we go through this series of wonderful workouts, and we learn more about fitness and how to do exercises properly and safely. So yeah, so this is the position that we're talking about. Remember this right here. Now you got your back really nice, and so as you can see in the video in the camera, you can see that my back is fully straight, right back up, and I'm standing straight tall, squeezing my glutes. Trust me, when you master that technique, that area there, which is the hip drive, then you're almost coming close to doing a proper deadlift. Remember, deadlift is one of the most technical exercise, yet very good exercise, because it's gonna help you to develop muscular endurance. It works the entire body, every single muscle of your body during the deadlift. It's working. So it's a very exercise. In some point, some people call it the king of the league. So it's a very nice exercise that each one of you needs to do, because it boosts a lot of testosterone. It's going to help you to become really stronger. It's going to help you to burn a lot of fat and recruit a lot of muscle fibers. So it's very essential that you learn how to do a deadlift properly. But in order to get the benefits out of it, first and foremost, you need to be knowing how to do the exercises properly. Because if you don't do it properly, then other consequences come in, which consequences we don't want to get involved in. So you want to take time, learn properly the exercises, execute them, master them, take it easy. It's not a horse race. Learn one step at a time. That's why we're trying to go it one step at a time. Learn properly, then you can go more further. Yeah. So now I want you to keep practicing this hip drive, or the how to do a hip hinge in a couple.